I wanna take you for a ride.
Welcome to Kick Scammers, the show where we look at the absolute worst Kickstarters, the scammiest Indiegogos, and the most disgusting GoFundMes ever to exist. And for today's video, it's pretty simple. I want to be a millionaire. So I'm going to do what all budding millionaires should do and go to Kickstarter with completely fake products that don't exist and see how long it takes me to reach that goal. Like I said, this video is pretty simple. Every single one of these campaigns is either fake, they ran away with the money, or the invention was just downright stupid and or stolen. The big question is, would you fall for it? Let me know down in the comments with a simple yes or no. Starting with number 1, the overcharged levitating wireless charger. Now, I'm not 100% sure why anybody would want a levitating wireless charger. Sure, it looks pretty nifty, I suppose, but should you really have a heavy-duty magnet that close to your phone's battery? Yeah. Either way, it doesn't matter because the obvious pre-recorded video of a phone charging was good enough to raise the equivalent of $44,215 during the campaign's life, which ended on August 18th, 2016. And what of the team behind the campaign? Well, all we have to go on is this picture of the team on the front page, and yep, by doing a quick reverse image search, every single member just so happens to be made up of stock photos. In other words, they don't exist. I mean, come on, that's obvious. This douche here isn't even facing the right way. Next up, we have number 2, the Ryzor, the Ryzor pen No More Funky Hairs Growing Out of Funky Places suspended campaign. Suspended, you say? Obviously, we can't be adding this one to the list as, obviously, it was suspended, right? Well, no, because Kickstarter only suspended this campaign after it was successful. So that's another 14,551 to add to the list. All for a hair trimmer / mustache shaper that, yes, again, uses stolen stock art, but also a stolen product. In other words, if you want to get one for yourself, you only need to pay around about $10 if you go to the company directly. And that's not for a similar product, it's for the same product. Or you could go to Kickstarter and pay $54 instead, which is what 242 people did. The choice is yours. Coming in at number 3, we have the Insta-Ring, a hugely uncomfortable looking ring with a camera in it, that if it did win, would be an absolute godsend for perverts. 618 of them in fact, pulling in the equivalent of $56,025. Well, back on November 20th, 2018, this campaign raised the funds, and then 2 days later, they gave a massive thank you to everyone involved by posting an update that claimed that due to the success of the campaign, they'd been picked up by, and I quote, a big player on the market of photo cameras. The post then claimed that they'd be sending out surveys the very next day and the products will be shipped out the very next year. And that was it. They signed out of Kickstarter, scrubbed their socials, and ran away with your money. It was as simple as that. No, really, that's it. They did log back in about a year later for a quick chuckle, no doubt, but they didn't leave an update or reply to anyone in the comments, they just simply vanished. And yes, as you're about to see, this sort of thing happens more than you would expect. 3 campaigns in, and these scammers have already got away with $114,791. As you can see, it's pretty easy to take money from the innocent, but thanks to this video's sponsor, Surfshark, at least you guys can be safe in the knowledge knowing that your IP is going to be hidden from prying eyes. So, how does this work? Well, if for example you were one of the unlucky 186 souls who backed the Eco AC, the world's first desktop thermoelectric cooler / heater, yeah, sure, you're going to be losing your money because they too posted a thank you note and simply never logged in again after raising $42,428, but at the very least your bank details wouldn't be shared, as all of that information is going to be hidden when using Surfshark's VPN, even from your own internet service provider. Using Surfshark's award-winning VPN on holiday or out and about on public Wi-Fi services keeps your online presence safe and hidden by encrypting your data, your location, your download history, all of that private stuff. It all stays private by encoding all of your internet traffic so you can safely send and receive sensitive information. It's a service that I use pretty much daily, not just because of the reasons just mentioned, but also because it allows me to search for region-specific news sites that help me create videos like this. Plus, changing the location so that I can watch different shows on Netflix and Disney Plus is, of course, a nice little benefit too. So if this sounds good to you, feel free to click the link below and enter code SLOPESGAME and get yourself 4 months extra for free. Yep, that's 4 free months extra for free by using that link down below and entering code SLOPESGAME. Anyway, thanks for the sponsor. Let's move on to number 5. At number 5, we have another first, the MagBolt magnetic connector for iPhone 7 and Android. Except, of course, these guys were also not the first, as these things had been around for ages. Regardless, it doesn't matter, as these guys bought in slightly more than $100,000 for that made-up achievement. And after they got their money in November of 2016, the initial plan was to ship them out only 1 month later, which granted, they did continue to make posts claiming that they would indeed ship them with minor delays. In January, they posted pictures of the cables being packaged up, with some backers even getting tracking numbers, as shown by this stupidly recorded update video. Yeah, that's the whole video. But according to the backers' comments, not a single one of the 2,880 supporters got their cables. Basically, everything, including that tiny little video, was completely fake. At number 6, we have something a tad more interesting. We have ice straws. For only $29 plus postage each, you can buy a single ice straw silicone tube that you then fill with water, put a smaller tube inside it, freeze, and several hours later, voila, you've got 3 to 4 minutes of ice straw use before it melts and you need to do it all again. Now, in all fairness to the campaign owner, this one is a little bit different. Yes, they raised a whole heap of money, $70,001 to be exact. And yes, according to the comments section, nobody seems to have got their ice straw yet. However, I do believe that this one does exist. Why? Because you can actually go and buy them on AliExpress for practically nothing. Now, I'm doing a lot of guesswork here, but based on other campaigns that have found their products onto Chinese wholesale websites before being shipped out to the backers, I predict that the campaign owner has gone to a Chinese manufacturer, just like hundreds and thousands of campaign owners have before him. There has been some kind of businessy drama behind the scenes that we don't know about, which has resulted in them not getting shipped out, leaving these Chinese manufacturers with a brand new product to sell themselves. Heck, they even stole marketing images used on the Kickstarter to promote the stolen products on AliExpress. So without knowing what drama's gone on behind the scenes, we can't exactly point to who is at fault here. As in the campaign's defense, they are still creating hidden updates that claim that these things are going to be getting shipped out eventually. Either way, at this stage, it doesn't look like anybody has got their straws yet. That is, unless you bought them via AliExpress at a fraction of the price. At number 7, the Hong Kong-based outfit PD Go raised the equivalent of $25,598, when 134 backers put down between $21 to $25 each for a fast-charging power bank with a 1080p screen attached that can also double as a screen extender for their PC or laptop. Now, look, I don't want to point and laugh at the backers on this one, but did you guys honestly think you were going to be getting a portable PC screen / fast charging power bank for $20? Come on, own up. Obviously, this went nowhere. The campaign owners did the usual thank you post before depositing the money and logging out for good, leaving the confused backers constantly asking where the device is in the comments section. One very confused backer in particular, who out of the 119 comments so far, 42 of which is this one guy constantly asking for updates.
Will it be shipped soon? Will you contact me at the time of shipping? I would like to know the shipping schedule, please. I request an update. Is the product not yet completed? I request an update soon. When is the expected date for shipping my reward? Have not received the device yet. Why I didn't get my product yet? It's too late. Any updates on this product? Really looking forward to the project.
Yeah, he is literally logging in every couple of weeks to ask these questions.
Still haven't gotten my portable charging bank with display in it yet. Where is my portable power bank with display? When will it be shipped?
Seriously, it doesn't stop.
I request an update soon. When will it be shipped? PDGO? Where's the power bank? When will it be shipped? I request an update soon. When will this product be completed? When will it be shipped?
In fact, if you guys just so happen to be watching this video years into the future, take a look in the description, as that will have links to all of the campaigns mentioned in this video. Go and have a look and see if he's still doing it. Then let everyone know in this comment section if he's still at it. Aww, poor little lamb.
When will it be shipped? I request an update soon. Why I didn't get my product yet? It's too late.
Right, let's move on to number 8, shall we? Where we will be looking at the battery-powered all-in-one portable fridge, oven, kettle and mixer that is not only controlled by an app but is also the size of a lunchbox, which causes totally not creepy men to stop and stare at your lunchbox. Yeah, your lunchbox. So, the Neo oven managed to raise just under $90,000 and obviously it never got shipped out. Now, granted, devices like this do actually exist. When you break them down at the most basic level, it's essentially a cooler. But on the higher end, it's not a million miles away from devices that heat up or cool down your food when you plug them into a wall, that is. The problem with this campaign is that it's all of those things, and it's run off a battery. A battery that keeps your cold food cold for a whole day, according to the video, before you open up the app and heat it up in only 5 minutes. The best devices on the market from my research can barely do that. And that's how these campaigns get you. Sure, we've covered ridiculous campaigns that are truly unbelievable in the past, with plenty more to come, but this is just outside of the realm of realism, making potential backers believe that this is probably doable. Either way, it doesn't matter, as the device didn't even make it past mass production, as after a few engineering issues, the company was given a much needed lifeline. No, not more money. COVID, the perfect excuse to get out, take what's left and just never post another update again. Okay, time for something a little more sad. And as these videos have now become quite a bit more popular than when I first started doing them, more often than not, the campaign owners actually see these videos. So in this one instance, I'm actually going to give a little bit of advice, as our number 9 spot takes us way past the halfway point. $135,250 was raised by Lance, Brandon and Heather Hyde when they attempted to crowdfund a hammer, mixed with a wrench, mixed with a crowbar, mixed with a demolition tool, mixed with an angle measurement tool, mixed with a ruler, mixed with some nail pliers. The crowbar was named after the campaign owner's deceased younger brother. And similar to campaigns that I've covered in the past, like the peanut butter pump, it was solving an issue that I don't really think existed. Sure, having a good portion of your tools all mixed into one is of course a cushy little bonus, but then the more complicated you make them, the harder it becomes to engineer them, and the less likely they're going to last. And that's exactly what went down here, as on June 25th, 2013, after the trio raised the funds, the estimated shipping date was supposed to be only 2 months later, in August of 2013. But obviously, that didn't happen. This thing never got shipped out. And yes, I said 2013, making this campaign over a decade late. Endless amounts of updates show endless amounts of redesigns all the way up to 2020 when they supposedly got it just right. But then COVID hit and that was the real issue all along, apparently. It had nothing to do with the overcomplication of the device or the, sorry to say, but the flawed design. It was COVID's fault all along. At the end of the day, the TLDR is that it was a failed campaign, a campaign with close to 2,000 backers that are obviously wound up in the comment section. And with this being a campaign that is aimed at manly men who like DIY, those comments range from quite funny to downright hurtful. In the "it probably shouldn't be funny, but it is" section, you got posts like this. Oh my god, I completely forgot about this. Just looked it up and it's been 10.5 years already. I'm married and got kids now. This is ridiculous. Can I pass this pledge to my children? And then on the more hurtful side, you got Kickstarter accounts like this one, who have not only changed the name of their entire Kickstarter account to Never Getting My Coal Bar, but they also changed their profile picture to that of Cole, aka the deceased child that this Swiss Army hammer is named after, with a doctored face literally turning his grin upside down, leaving some horrendous comments, such as, I would assume at this point Cole's body is nearly entirely decomposed. Maybe we do him a favour and close this charade. Plain and simple, they use a child's face to scrape up $200,000, blew all the cash on blow, and now feel bad that they got caught, they went into hiding. We should crowdfund a new gravestone for Cole that says my family used my child-sized corpse to scam people on the internet for over a decade. Now, I am with the majority of these commenters. The campaign owners definitely should be giving updates on what is going on with this campaign. But going as far as this, that's pretty bloody horrific. And what's worse is that it has upset the campaign owners so much that they confirmed that they would no longer be giving any updates replying to the commenters due to this harassment. And then they gave out their real world phone number in the comments section for people to contact them if they wish. They even suggested publicly that if the account Never Getting My Coal Bar wants to meet up with them and say what he's saying to their face, then and only then will they give him a refund. Everything about this campaign is terrible. The product, the delay, the updates, and specifically this one commenter. My advice to the campaign owners is to give an update and close this campaign once and for all. Here's a big one for number 10, the Hub, the first hi-fi Wi-Fi hub for headphones and speakers. Now this one is essentially a little dock, or well, a hub I suppose, that can transmit the same sound to each of the 4 discs found on top. The reason you would want to do this is so that groups of up to 4 can take a little disc and all wear headphones and individually control the volume of each device. Now, of course, this is a very, very niche product, as it's obviously it's going to eliminate conversations in a group of 4 people in the same room. However, I do see instances where this would work, and I suppose a niche product like this, Kickstarter is probably the right place to go for something like this. It asked for a whopping $100,000 and it raised $189,000. But that's not all, as they also went to Indiegogo and raised an extra $12,000. But did they deliver? Of course they didn't. The campaign that raised the most in this video so far once again took the money in May of 2016, did a few nothing updates, thanks for all your support, our team are working hard, happy Easter from Echo, and not a single one had a picture or a video showing any real updates. And then all of a sudden in June of 2017, when the product was going to be delivered, an incredibly short update came in stating that the new estimated delivery date was going to be March of 2018. There was no explanation why they were changing the date, they just all of a sudden changed the date, and then they quickly deleted all of their socials and websites before logging out and never coming back. Simple. Okay, let's finally finish this video off, shall we? With the Lumzag, a smart backpack with 7 cool features. Remember when every product needed something smart attached to it to make it sound hip and techy? It was the equivalent of shoving a lowercase I in front of everything beforehand, and according to my fridge, AI these days. Anyway, this campaign video shows David from San Francisco.
Lumzag is designed to make your life easier, smarter, and more secure. So let's take a closer look.
Yeah, definitely San Francisco. So, what can it do? Well, through the power of smart technology, it connects to an app and lets you know when you've forgotten to pack something. Like, for instance, your keys. It's a GPS tracker, a rear view camera, a built-in Wi-Fi hotspot, an anti-theft system. It doesn't really explain how this one works too well, so I assume it just won't let you open it. And of course, it's got a power bank inside too that also illuminates the inside of your backpack. Okay, that one is actually quite a smart feature. I will give it that. So what went down with our 11th and final campaign of this video? Practically nothing. But unlike the odd campaign I've mentioned that may or may not have at least had campaign owners that tried their best to get it done, this one is a downright scam. You see, during the campaign's life, images were shown giving backers the impression that this was going to be fully refundable if the backers so wished. You know, to give those backers an extra layer of security. But then, as soon as the money was collected, those images were updated, removing the text that offered those refunds. Then, as expected, delay after delay after delay occurred until they just eventually gave up. Now, in their defense, the bag was shipped out to about 100 of the 2,318 backers, all of which paid around $289 for a bag and an app that didn't have any tech in it that actually worked. Literally, absolutely nothing worked in this thing. And when the negative feedback came in, the team simply logged out and they never returned. But what makes this campaign different than every other one that I've mentioned on this list is that Indiegogo did step in. Of course, by the time they did, it was already too late and their update was nothing more than a, yeah, sorry about this, but there's nothing we can do. Here's the company's email though if you want to give it a go yourself. Which of course goes nowhere. Now, what makes this incredibly untrustworthy compared to all of the other campaigns is not only do we have this copy and paste update from Indiegogo, but the Reddit user Mostly Deletions also discovered that at some point around this time, Indiegogo updated the HTML backend of this page to include this one line of text. Obviously you can't see it and you're not supposed to see it unless you go look in via a view page source option. And for those that don't understand what this is, it stops the page from being shown up via search engine results, proving that Indiegogo is trying to hide the fact that they hosted a campaign that is so blatantly obviously a scam. And yes, I checked, it wasn't there in the earlier days of this campaign. A campaign that raised $870,326. Which should easily get us over that $1 million target, with enough left over to pay all the chargebacks, deleted pledges, advertising, promotional partnerships that do most of the work for you, and Kickstarter and Indiegogo's 5% fees. Not bad, eh? Every few days I get emails from people asking me to shine a light on campaigns that did them a dirty. And after doing that very thing now for almost a decade on this channel, there comes a point that Well, from a content creation point of view, I can't just keep making the same "they took the money and ran" content over and over when there is literally nothing else to bring up in the story. Hence why I tend to do more complicated, interesting crowdfunded stories these days that have more twisted backstories. Which is a shame from my point of view at least, because these campaigns where they just took the money and ran happen all the time. Granted, it's a lot less likely to happen these days because these sites are getting better, but it does still happen, and that's what this video has hopefully showcased. If you're going to be taking anything away from this tongue-in-cheek video, I hope you see it as nothing more than a guide. Obviously, it's not a guide to actually steal people's money, but instead it's a guide on what you should be looking out for when backing projects on these websites. Because behind all of the crap, you do have a lot of trusted and respectful individuals who need to use crowdfunding sites to make some exceptional products. It's up to you to do the research before you pledge. Hey there guys, thanks for checking out the video. This is the part of the video where I give a massive shout out to all of my Patreons, all of my YouTube members, all of those names that you see down there. Thank you guys for allowing me to make these videos as often as I do. I really do appreciate it. I've got plenty more in the pipeline, new complete histories. I've got a new history in the games I've written, a massive history in the games I've written. I'll be recording that soon. And I've got a wicked idea for a new Kick Scammers, so you'll be seeing that hopefully in the next month as well. Yeah. Lots and lots are coming up. If you guys want to support the show and see your name down here and just see all of the exclusive stuff that these patrons and YouTube members get access to the password zone where you get to see all of my videos, including that peanut butter scandal video that I released last week. I actually uploaded to the public an earlier version of that video. Patrons and YouTube members got a much better version of that video. Yeah, go and support the show if you want to see all of this exclusive content. But yeah, let's give a shout out to these people, shall we? Let's give a shout out to Sean's Shaver, Keiju Samurai 1985, Boots and Pup, The Sneaky Ferret, Vitas Varnes, James, The Action Saxon, Jay is Manchild, Mike Fallon, Nicholas Bertner, Chav Matic, Jabba Al Aiden, Richard Alderjic, Shadow Dragon, Dina, Ye Old Hamburglar, Jeff Mianowski, Bram Perez, Conrad Constantine, Andrew Dalton, Retro to Next Gen, aka Lou, Paul Float, Ryan Burford, Casey Samples, Sir Nielsen, VPS Data, Derek Kuda, Akatimo 84, Matt Jackson, Ian Quell, Arista, Dina 81, Mind of the Unsane, and Vike Echo. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, got some awesome videos coming up. Really excited for this next month. It's going to be a crazy busy month, and yeah, there's just so much coming. So thank you guys so much. Please do stick around. Please do hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. All that sort of stuff really does help YouTube know that more people want to see these videos. Yeah, there we go. Much love, guys. I'm out of here, and until next time, this is DJ Slope signing out, and hopefully I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.